What provinces? I don't have any Dowershire provinces. Unless you're trying to claim Najd as yours, which you're not. Oh, these two. Oh, you do consider them cores. Well, I can give you those two back, that's not a problem, and then I'll just incorporate you myself. So if I go to Dowish, no, I can go to... No, they are an ally, so I would have to technically sell it to you, but I can do that. And I can improve relations with you further if I need to, and I can also probably buy more trust. Yeah, I totally can do that. So I'm going to go ahead and improve relations with you, and then in a month I'll go ahead and buy. What do I prefer, Mordred? Diplo, ideas, or influence? I don't tend to get either, to be quite honest. I mean, I think of those two, I would consider influence to be stronger. But they're so based around having vassals and things like that, and that's not gameplay that I usually take. I mean, the Diplo reputation is quite nice because it allows you to have more vassals. Diplo relations are good. Diplo relations are a very good one, actually, to have. Reducing war enthusiasm, improved Diplo reputation, province war score, Diplo tech cost. Yeah, see, the only reason I'd really take diplomatic ideas is for the extra diplomat, maybe if that was being a problem, and the Diplo tech cost. Income from vassals, prestige, annexation. Aggressive expansion minus 20% is the reason to go influence. Yeah, all the other stuff. I rarely, if ever, take those. Ever. There are just so many other stronger ones like maritime, exploration, trade, espionage even nowadays. I mean, the Pale Pirates with espionage was scary. It was really scary. Just the amount of economic damage I could do. And the great thing about that is I didn't have to be at war with them to do that damage. Like, yeah, you might be able to hold out during wartime, although I was Britain, so good luck invading me. But even if we're not at war, I'm still winning the peace because I just blockade your ass. Or privateer your ass. And you're not making no money. I'm taking Indable. So, yeah. Basically, all of the other ideas, I think, are just stronger. My opinion, it's just my style of gameplay. Other people who might play more of a personal union type play game style might prefer diplomatic and influence for that reason. And more aggressive players probably like influence more. Like, if you were watching Ultra Hill, he'd probably be saying, no, influence all the way. But it's just not my style. Of these, I would say probably trade or maritime would be my favourites. Like, maritime is woefully underappreciated by most players. I strongly disagree with that. Like, the Navy tradition, always strong because you get better admirals. It also, I think, increases your morale. National sailors, useful now that sailors actually matter. Global ship repair, 10%. Sailor maintenance, less important, but the ship repair is really good. Plus 50% naval force limits. Do you know how many light ships you can get for this? It's absurd. Like, why would you not like this? I don't understand. 10% cheaper ship production. Naval leader maneuver, again, good for light ships. That actually boosts the amount of trade that you get from protecting trade. Blockade efficiency, if you're at war with them, then that's their war exhaustion just gone to hell. And also, blockade efficiency now causes devastation to adjacent provinces, so you can really do some serious economic damage with blockades. And then ships repair when coastal sea zones. So you can just keep them patrolling. And so long as they're on the coast, they're repairing. Which basically means you suffer no attrition anywhere. So anyway, that's my thoughts. And then trade. Trade, just, you can make so much money from that. So trade plus maritime, you're going to make some serious money. You're going to make some absolutely serious money. The Pale Pirates made the word pirates. We kind of did. We kind of did. Absolsin, thank you very much for the follow. Alright, we are done improving relations with you. Aragon have finished faceting. Gem cutting masters in Barcelona have made a breakthrough in diamond cutting by experimenting with diamond dust suspended in oil on their scapes. This is allowing the Aragonese artisans to cut the rare stones in entirely new shapes and to much greater brilliance. The resulting technique, known as faceting, produces a stone of more pleasing geometric shape and with better optical qualities. As the new stones and the technique for making them spread across the courts and workshops, the demand for jewellery, diamonds and precious stones is increasing greatly. I have a lot of gems! Yes! Give me more money! Awesome. So gems will now be produced in Barcelona. Barcelona gets a 0.5 increase to local goods produced. That's pretty big. And also trade value improved. But the price of gems throughout the world increases by 25%. And oh, what are those? Oh yeah, they're gems. Oh, and down here somewhere. Here, Sawa. Oh, what are they? Oh, they're also gems. Lovely. Cha-ching! I need to increase your production. I'll do that at some point when I actually have some points spread. Has colonialism spawned yet? Yes, 2 years ago. It's only just appeared. Speaking of 2 years ago, I need to start annexing you. Why can't I do... Oh, crap. I forgot to improve my relations with you. My bad. So you are still pissy that I have not given you those territories. I have no diplomats available. Oh, 5 days I do. And we are going to go ahead and sell you that for... I mean, I would like to charge you a sum of money for it. I'm not expecting a lot, though. And then in a month, we can do the same again. I think this will be tanking my prestige, though, but so it goes. I'm the Mamluks. I actually produce a lot of prestige. Travelling minstrel, a renowned minstrel, recently crossed our nation's borders. His intention is to roam our country, bringing joy to all who hear him. But some say that only my ears are fit for such wonderful music. Allow him to go where he desires. That gives me +3 stability and even more money. Oh yeah! I love me some money. And was Jazan, right? I think it was Sada, which was not your... Yeah, it was. So we go ahead and sell you another province, which would be Jazan, for no money. Fine. Now, of course, that's increased your strength compared to mine. I could influence you, which would just improve relations. I could do it anyway. Yeah, I think I am going to influence you. We'll see if that increases... Oh, that also increases trust. Huh. Alright, yeah, we'll totally do that. How close? We're still 15 away. I mean, over time, that will reduce, and also we can improve the amount of trust. I'm going to go ahead and buy some trust from you. So we're going to be spending favours here for that trust. Oh, yeah, give me that trust. Okay, how close are we? 46. We're 12 away. So we're getting closer. All we need now is for Yemen to smack them down one more time. Mamluks are the Lubeck version of the Middle East. I'm not sure I'd agree with that. Who would we be? Denmark, maybe? Yeah, I would say that the Mamluks are Denmark, because we kind of control the premier access point to Europe. Like, yes, you can go through Basra, but Alexandria is just generally the stronger option for pushing money through. And if we get down into Saudi Arabia, we control the Gulf of Aden, which is one of the three major trade hubs. So the Gulf of Aden, it's the Ivory Coast, and it's Caribbean. Those are the three big ones. Like, if you control those three, then that's it. You've got all the money. Aden, Ivory Coast, Caribbean. I could have sworn there was one more. No, I think it is those three mostly, because Aden you can choose whether it goes around Africa or in through the Middle East. If you control Ivory Coast, you can choose where in Europe it actually goes to, and the same thing with the Caribbean, you can choose where in Europe it goes to. So those are the three really big important ones. And controlling Gulf of Aden basically says all the money that's coming in from the east, which is China, Indonesia, India, that all goes into my coffers. Lovely jubbly. You should watch the Pale Pirate series. It was actually pretty good. Like, the beginning, it's actually really quite a good story of the illusion of soft power. Because at first, I will put my hands up and say I had a really bad game. And things were going very, very badly. And then I kind of sold the promise of future assistance to Aldrahill, and he basically allowed my country to come back again. And because of that, I was able to greatly influence global politics, especially with a certain other bullying naval power which had risen to prominence prior to that point, but they couldn't compete with mine. Go and watch it. It was fantastic. It was actually a really good series. I really enjoyed that one. It was a lot better than the Venice one, as good as that was. But I mean, that was kind of my introduction to Ben, Bob and co, Nemes and Roach. The Pale Pirates was really when we kind of came into ourselves. Right, how's the training coming? Ooh, you guys are getting pretty well trained, actually. So this blue bar is one of the new things in this DLC. It's drilling. And as we drill this unit, it costs full maintenance as they're doing it, even though the morale bar is currently low. They become stronger and stronger in combat. So right now we are getting plus 0.6 land fire, shock damage, and then damage received reduced by the same number. So it's probably ultimately actually going to be better for infantry armies to be drilling in this way. But because my cavalry is like the core of my army, I'm still going to be training the cavalry. Although the payoff will be reducing. I can finally go up in military tech. Huzzah! Which means I can change my infantry to Shamshir. Cool. Let's do that. Alright. And then I think we can now reduce our, army maintenance all the way. And we can start the real money starting to flow. Magnificent. Alright. That's still growing. Is there really nothing else I can do to... Mamlukian economic base compared to Dawashir. I think I just need to keep on building stuff. So once I hit 200 ducats, I mean, it's every 9 months I'm currently building a new thing. And that's only going to increase as more and more of my buildings come online and as I get stuff actually out and done. Also, how's my force limit doing? Has that changed at all? No. Disappointed! Trade against Milan. I should probably be improving relations with my allies and things. This is something I have kind of forgotten to do for a while, although Tunis is still pretty chill with us. Fazan could do with a bit more influencing. Hungary we are already working on. And then Akanulu would be another one, though they're actually pretty chill at the moment. So I think we're good. I think we're good. Is there anyone that we could be picking on? Oh yeah, Adal. I mean, we saved your ass in that last war, so I think you're already going to be pretty cool with us. Officer to sell province from Dawashir. Dawashir wants to sell me Jazan for 50. Is that still going to count as your core province? No, they actually lost their core by selling it to me. Which is actually going to sway them towards me. Fantastic. So if they decide to sell Bishart back to me, then I can vassalize the rest of them, and that'll be actually kind of hilarious. It's like the ultimate power play. You can call me the Bismarck of the Middle East. Oh, yes. Expansion of the Gurga Madrash. The Madrash in Gurga has been gaining repute, not only as a centre of Shafi learning, but also for the sheikhs and from other schools. Malaki scholars from other parts of the world have in particular made a name for themselves, and Gurga Madrasha. It's Madrasa, isn't it? Gurga Madrasa, and as a result, both the institution itself and the adjoining market district and the bustling city as a whole is growing rapidly. Urban growth is never without its problems, however, and a growing madrasa still needs to be provided for. If the Sultan himself would set aside a larger charitable donation for the upkeep and maintenance, the greater madrasa would benefit both the city and the area at large. This actually sounds like a pretty good investment to make. Base tax, base production for a cost in goods produced for 20 years? Yeah. And also development cost reduction. Sure. Where's Girga? Girga is right there. Owned by the Amirs at the moment. Actually kind of unfortunate that I've already been building you up in the past, but I'm sure we can invest a little bit more in the future. Kwabir Ibrim cannot be done. Also, I need to core you again. Not hugely expensive. Okay, good stuff, good stuff. Austria? Oh, are you fighting the Ottomans? You're not. Oh, you're fighting Venice, though. France, though. I mean, yeah. I'm a little bit confused as to why you need access through me while you're fighting your neighbours. But, okay. That's a weird one, Austria. That's a very weird one. But alright, whatever. No skin off my nose. Okay, so now I could also hire a cannon. Do I want to get a cannon? Why is that missionary not doing anything? I feel like you've been just sitting there for a long time. It's because you're actually a negative. At 99% and you're now on a negative. Come on! Non-accepted culture in Hamasine. Actually, that's probably something I could do with checking on. I mean, I still don't really want to accept any of these guys. Just because they're negligible. It's because I'm no longer mystic. That's why I can't finish this conversion, for goodness sake. Plus the fact that I lost my missionary advisor doesn't help. At least inflation's going down quickly. Is this DLC worth the money, or did you get it early? I got it early. I got it well, I was going to say at cost, but that's not true. I got it for free from Paradox. As to whether it's good, I'm not actually allowed to say until Thursday if I'm liking it or not. But considering the amount of videos I'm putting out at the moment, that's probably enough of an answer. And if you're not sure what I'm talking about, go check out my YouTube channel, which you can find at youtube.com/Mordred Viking. Alright, diplomatic. Are there any missionary strengths here? No. Are there any Syrians? Yes. So we can get the Diplo rep guy for cheaper. I like the idea of that with our Mamluk government bonus, which would be quite nice. Get a missionary advisor from the estates. Well, the missionary advisor is admin, isn't he? Oh, that's Dimi. I meant Ulima. Which would be... See, I really wish it told you here if it was admin or Diplo. Because I can never sort of remember. I'm pretty sure they're admin. Missionary strength is the admin advisor. I thought so. I can't do it because the influence isn't high enough. Although if I seek support of the clergy, then that will go up to 36. Still not high enough. At least the Mamluks can now beat the life out of the Ottomans. Yeah, the Mamluks are definitely a regional power to match the Ottomans now. Like, I'm not allowed to say overall whether I like the DLC or not, but I think the changes that they made to the Mamluks are freaking fantastic. Really, really well done with the Mamluks. Timurids, not so much. Mamluks, excellent. Really, really happy with the Mamluks. And the Timurids, honestly, should be a relatively easy fix. Just nerf Ming. Please, for the love of God, nerf Ming. I can't believe you haven't done it yet. Give them the high autonomy land. I'm quite happy with just keeping them the strength they are. If I don't grab this one province for a little bit longer, then oh well. I'm sure there is something that I will be doing at some point which will get me more missionary strength. Foreign theologians enliven scholarship. The theologians we invited to our country have come to greatly enrich local religious scholarship. So we can say that we want them all here, which gives us a national unrest reduction at 50% cost. Or admin power. Considering I don't want the advisor, I'll take the admin power, thank you. And I could actually go and spend some of that. No, we're still waiting on the merchant guilds, aren't we? We need you to be slightly happier, guys. I really wish there were more ways of manipulating the estates. I would happily bribe them, for example. I would happily bribe them in order to improve their loyalty because of the other bonuses they give, but unfortunately that is not an option. But in the meantime, I can go and build some other stuff with money. So, more workshops, that's a 0.28 bonus, that's a 0.16 bonus. Yeah, we definitely want that. Let's do it. What did they do to buff the Mamluks? They gave them slightly more land. They reduced the amount of land the Ottomans have. They increased the strength of the Ottoman neighbours and removed the cores that the Ottomans had on those territories. They split Saudi Arabia up into many, many more smaller countries that you could have more influence over. And there was a lot more political and diplomatic play going on in Arabia. I mean, this has become slightly more consolidated between a couple of the larger nations. But this is a complete hodgepodge at the start. Likewise, the lands around Ethiopia. So Ethiopia is less of a threat. And they've just made the Mamluks richer. Like, the Mamluks start now with more development than the Ottomans do. And it's the wealth of the Mamluks. I mean, just the sheer amount of money that they can throw at a problem is fantastic. Non-enforcement of the ordinances. Monarchs ruled by issuing ordinances, but they were almost powerless to enforce them. Enforcement depended on the local powers, nobles or city governments, that would not always be as vigilant as the monarchs would have desired. So let them handle it, we lose autonomy, or we lose admin. I'll take the autonomy, it's only one province, and we'll get it back again eventually. Right, we can build something else. Let's build another workshop. 0.23, Damascus, lovely. Absolutely want that one. And you are the second greatest power in the beginning. Yes. I was thinking it was the Timurids, but I think the Timurids, they're in the top 8, but they're not the greatest. And we've been sitting... No, we were third for a very short time, but France has actually decreased a bit. It actually looks like Burgundy is doing some damage to the French, which makes me far happier than one would have expected. Also, Scotland's beating up the English, which is also making me far happier than one would have expected. They've definitely tweaked some of the balance here in Europe and the Middle East, which is nice. It seems more fluid, more dynamic from the evidence of this one game so far. Oh, you're a revolt up there. You're not actually in my territory. Do you want me to actually go and do something about that? Because I really don't want to. Yeah, Karakanulu went really big. They took most of the Timurid territories. Okay, you are increasing. I was like, why do I have overextension? Oh, it's only a pretender. Couldn't care less. I don't think pretenders rob you of vassals. Pretty sure. Najd is almost ready to be incorporated. And you are now 5 away. Ah, you got further away, unfortunately. Although the economic base is reduced, what have I lost? I feel like one of my... Or one of the things changed. Nope, not sure. Jazan is now my core. Lovely jubbly. I think pretenders can rob you of a PU. I don't have a PU with them. I only have them as a vassal. Move more towards legalism or more towards mysticism? And yeah, I've read this one before. Or have I? Yes, I have read that one before. Legalism. Religious disorder in Brandenburg. No! Brandenburg is still alive and doing pretty well. Like, the HRE as a whole has kind of coalesced, but not massively. I think Austria's actually had a pretty good run as the emperor. And they certainly seem to be here. Why are the Ottomans here? The Ottomans are at war with France. Why are you at war with France? Austria's allied with the Ottomans? No. You're allied with Muscovy? Uh-oh. Did they intervene? Austria's fighting France. I can't see any of those other countries being a great power. No, not even Venice. No, it's a separate war. Why is France at war with the Ottomans? Oh, they're at war with Venice, and Venice is allied with France. Right, okay. The Ottomans are fighting France. This seems like an opportunity. I still have an army of 57,000 though. I mean, my army is bigger and I have got more manpower. They're starting to get some mercenaries. I think we'll wait a little while. Like, I don't know exactly how many troops are over here. The levy. In time, many of the everyday occurrences in the life of the Sultan and his predecessors have become the subject of ceremony. I want to do the modest level one. Amirs get slightly more pissy. Right, if I declare war on the Ottomans, that could well drag in Muscovy. Who do I not need to suck up to? Najd, you're done. Also Fazan, you're done. I mean, Najd, I need to just start annexing. Come on. There we go. You, annex vassal, confirm. Oh, we're 2 points away. What changed? My diplomatic reputation came back. Diplomatic reputation increases the chance of vassaling. That I did not know. So if I had diplomatic ideas and influence ideas, I would actually be a +6. That's a fairly large swing. I mean, that would be more than enough to do this. No, in fact, it would be +9. It would be +6 over what I have already. Right, is there anything else I can do to improve the chances of doing this? Guarantee, maybe? Profiteering in Halib. The citizens of Halib have grown tired of the local influence of the greedy Basran merchants, but they claim they are using unfair advantages to outcompete local businesses. I don't really want to piss off Basra, but also I don't really care. Give them money. I can certainly do that. I have to wait until the 8th of August. Also, I need to... actually, we can do that now. See exactly whether Muscovy would join the war. Muscovy would join the war. Muscovy could probably be persuaded not to join the war. Alright then. Tentacles of manipulation, time to get going. So Muscovy, I need to improve my relations with you. Buddy old chap, old pal, old thing. Like, we've never had any problems with you. Hey, buddy. Influence them. I think I already did influence them. Yes, I did. Did I? Yes, I did. Right. You can stop.